Okay, so I'm going to talk about assessments, and to talk about them, I'm going to split them up into 5 main sections: closed tasks, open tasks or constructed responses, performance tasks, informal assessments, and self-assessment and reflection. Before I start, I think that these tasks, as I go on, you'll see that the age group for which you do them with depends on like which type of task you'll do. So first, I'll talk about closed tasks, which I think are more directed towards high school and upper middle-aged students. It's multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blank, or solving without showing your process. So like in a math class doing a multiple choice. I think that this is also what standardized tests are focused on because it's easier to, it's a very concrete assessment. There's one right answer and that's it. So it could be global. The next type is open tasks or constructed responses. I think these in a way could be used for younger students, but it definitely has to reflect the age level they're at. It's tasks with different possible answers or tasks with different possible solutions. So to grade these, I really think that teachers need to have like a rubric or something but they have to be open to interpretation of the answers differently. So they kind of have to be open to a lot of different things when doing this type. And I also think that the teacher's rubric definitely has to go off of the age. And I know I just forgot a part for the first one, but the closed tasks I feel like is a little less engaging to students, while this could be a little bit more engaging because they have a little more freedom in their answer. The next section I'm going to talk about is performance tasks. These could be, I think, almost for any age group depending on how you make them, and it's an integrative task that yield a specific response, an authentic assessment, or an extended project. These can definitely engage students because you could do so many different things with them. You could have an extended project in which they get to choose what their extended project's on, or an essay where they have a little bit of freedom, so that could definitely help them. And I think for these, to assess them, you definitely need a format or something of that form. So the three I've talked about so far, we haven't really taken a sit-down multiple choice test on how to do the brushstroke. So the next two that I talk about are more geared towards our ASAP program, and I think also more geared towards younger students. And also the next two I think are more, less grade. Like they're more just a class conversation to assess the student's progress without giving them a formal grade. So the next type is informal assessment, which is teacher observation, maybe a teacher checklist or a conversation or interview with the student. This could be like going round robin in the classroom and everyone answering the question you asked, or just a classroom discussion. I know like for our ASAP group on the bus on the way there, we'll ask them questions about what they think they learned that day. Or we'll sit them down before on the benches and ask what they remember from last week. And the last type, which I think is really, really important for young students to get to know and learn, is self-assessment and reflection. It could be a student journal, a student checklist, a group reflection, or a daily or weekly evaluation, or a teacher-student interview so you guys could discuss how your progress is going. I think that these are really, really, really important because then you know if the student is on the same page as you. If the student is on the same page as you and how they think they're doing and how you think they're doing. So this could definitely be very important. We know after we teach a stroke in the swim lesson, we say, did you feel comfortable with what we just taught you? Would you feel comfortable doing this stroke if we weren't here to maybe hold you up and help you do it? So this is definitely very, very important. I think that you really, really have to make sure the assessment is geared towards the grade level, like giving a second grader a 50-question multiple choice test will not keep their attention. They need something a little more engaging than that. So I think you definitely have to consider that when considering which type of assessment you're going to choose for your classroom, and also what the subject area is. Because like I just said, for something like swimming, we're probably not going to give them a multiple choice. We're going to give them something more visual, so we'll ask them to swim across the pool, and we'll visually see if they are doing the stroke correctly. Alright, thanks. Bye.